I have prepared a few things and now we are going to work on some practical examples. I have already created a base layer which contained the wooden structure, but I have not eliminated a few mistakes in the material. Neither have I corrected the replications. Since we are going to project it around the head object, this is no problem. The head is no straight object, so repetitions will not show us obviously as on a cube, for example. The next layer I have prepared is a color layer which shows a bit where to find the face, the nose and the eye sockets. Also I have masked some areas to achieve the effect of spalling varnish. And I have made a few changes in the corners of the mouth. This retouching can be made additionally with a touch-up layer. I used all the information to create a bump map. The bump map is mostly handmade. I have chosen a few tools from the available tools and retouched the parts where I want to have ridges and deepenings. As you can see, it is made quite roughly, but it is enough to make the object looks a lot better. In this area I have blended in a picture of a stone floor. This caused a nice scaly skin structure. But this is only in the bump map, so it builds a special relief and it is not in the other layer. Also I have created a dirt layer. I deactivate the other layers so you can see this layer better. I use the dirt we have scanned before and masked all white areas. If you double-click onto this layer you can open a layer style window. With this slider you can fade out certain parts of the layer. I activate the wood so you can see what happens if I move this slider. It fades out the white parts. To avoid sharp edges you can separate the lever and adjust them individually. This way we have cut out the dirt without a lot of work. So this is the dirt layer on the wooden surface and you see that there show these little dirt spots. I want to have these to freshen up my texture and make it seem more naturally. And last but not least I have the UV map so I know where to find the certain areas of my object. To see how it looks like in trueSpace, I exported my layers one after another and saved them as BMP files. This is my texture, and this is the color. Since the two color layers belong together, I save them as one file. Now the bump map and the dirt map. This I save on white, which happens automatically when I say save as BMP. And for a special effect I even saved my UV map as a special bump map I want to show you later. I change to trueSpace and load my texture. This is simple and when you have a little practice it can be loaded really fast. Now I load my bump map and only need to adjust a matte reflection. Now I project it onto the head to get a first glance on how the whole thing looks like. Please keep in mind that the picture quality depends on the codec we use for producing this tutorial. This codec reduces color to reduce bandwidth. That's why the renders do not look at their best. You will find the renders unreduced in a HTML file so you can take a better look. I want to have a thorough render, therefore I activate the 4x scene anti-aliasing and of course the background triangulation to prevent render problems. Also I switch on the ability for reflections, but this is just for show because my object has no real reflections. I use multi-threading and activate the high quality render mode. Beside of that, I want to have a black background. We still have our special effect, the dirt layer. I'm going to explain this in the next chapter.